beautiful people, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in this world. Hope everybody's had a fantastic weekend, and you guys, it feels so good. It's getting cool. Oh, it's the best weather ever. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload. Please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. As per usual, links are down in the description box. Please go and subscribe to Mel Thompson's channel. It will be so helpful for our family. And also, once again, you should know by now, it's Gabby's wish and dream to reach 1 million on a YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead, follow the link and subscribe to our channel. I appreciate you guys so much. And also, I do apologize for the delay in all this reporting. Life is hectic, but you know what, I'm doing the best that I can, so here we go. KJ has been on, what's the word I'm looking for? She's spiraling, in my opinion, and it's just so sad. So she went on her Instagram Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Now you just got to stick with me because I'm gonna make all this try and fit in. And it all relates to how KJ is spiraling. She's trying so hard to put on this brave face, and she's strong and she's tough, and you know what, you guys, at the end of the day, we're all human, you know. And when you're going through something tough like she is, with all these lawsuits and paying lawyers and dealing with all this legal shit, it must definitely be taking a toll on her. Finally, she decided to donate to the Gabby Petito Foundation. She put her screenshots in on how she donated to the Gabby Petito Foundation, and this is what she said. Now this is what she actually posted, and she gives the receipt, and she says, here is the receipt from PayPal for our donation to the Gabby Petito Foundation. She says there are dozens of creators covering her story, dozens. I hope that if you make demands of someone, it's across the board. Otherwise, it's just plain bullying, which is opposite of what Gabby's foundation stands for. Thanks. I'm actually going to get into all this here because here's a little backstory, okay? Last week, Katie Joy was on her Instagram live, and she was talking about John Bon Jovi and how it's over $2,000 for spending a day, whatever it is, and that, oh, paying $2,000 is nothing for her. She can actually do it.
I was looking at this website where you can book an evening, a weekend in Miami Beach, and you can go down and just hang out with, you can get one picture with John. You can get a single picture, and you can spend $2,000 for a weekend experience and a Halloween party. And I'm like, how did I end up on this? So anyways, yeah, so I end up in there and I'm like, yeah, that's totally legit. Like, why wouldn't, that's not that expensive. I could do that.
So in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, you bragging or flexing on buying a new Mac for yourself. It costs you nothing to just drop over $2,000 to go spend a day or a night or go attend a party with John Bon Jovi. But then you've done shit to donate to the Gabby Petito Foundation, which has been up now for probably maybe 2-3 weeks by now. Don't quote me on that, but over 2 weeks I know, okay? And still at this point, she has not donated a damn thing. So, but her saying that, oh, it's like nothing for me to drop over $2,000, it pissed me off. And then I went and I counted, and I actually put this tweet out, which I stated in my previous video. And it's like, where's the common sense in this? You know, it's like, I'm just flawed. I'm truly just flawed, okay? My tweet was actually retweeted by Kendall Ray, which I'm going to put up here, and she said really gross. So that actually got to, obviously, it caught the attention of Katie Joy. So she goes on this whole tangent about how people should actually, she's challenging people now to actually donate to the Gabby Petito Foundation, and she's giving this whole sob story, which I'm going to play for you. Let's just get into it, okay?
So Nicole, her mom, basically says that everything that comes out of Bertolino's mouth is garbage, and he can just keep talking because he's trash. And listen, today has been a hard day for Nicole Schmidt, and Nicole and Jim and Tara and Joseph Petito are going through hell right now. And, you know, I think what cooler way is it for people today than any other day that if you really care about Gabby, that you think about donating to their foundation?
Now, first of all, off the back, these people have been hurting for a long time, prior to them even knowing what has happened to their child, Gabby, okay? They hadn't spoken to her in so many days. Then they put out this missing persons report on her. And then they find out that her fiance is back in Florida without her. So these people have not just been hurting because they found out the cause of her death. They've been hurting for a long time. A long time. So, in Katie's words, now would be a cool time. A cool time. And if you really care about Gabby, to donate to this foundation, it's either I'm fucked up in my head, or this woman is just an idiot. Because how is this cool? Why is it cool? No. Donate out of the goodness of your heart. Donate because you want to help this foundation. Donate because you can afford to donate. Donate because you want to contribute to this cause. Not because it's cool. Is this woman okay? In my opinion, definitely not.
You know, they have this opportunity and this amazing, huge amount of social media that are following them, and this huge momentum of people that are like interested in this case, and they are committed and just like fully on board of using their platform in a way where they can help people, not just victims that die, but also victims of domestic violence. And they're going to do good things.
Katie, do you think this family asked for this opportunity? Do you really think they wanted this opportunity to open this foundation, to create this foundation? They've had a tragedy in their family, Katie. For all that they went through, losing their child, not knowing where their child was for so many weeks, to finding out what happened to their child, Katie. Do you really think they wanted this opportunity?
So in my stories, I shared a link where you can donate to the Gabby Petito Foundation. And for the record, I was always intending and have always intended to donate my money, to donate proceeds, of money I make on this story to the Gabby Petito Foundation.
Donate my money? You changed that very quick, Mama. Very, very quick you changed that. And also, can you please stop lying that you always had intentions? You always mentioned your intentions of donating. Bullshit. Not once, Katie Joy, did you ever mention that you were going to donate to the Gabby Petito Foundation. You mentioned in one of your Instagram lives how you're going to donate to this DV hotline. Not one time. If you can show me, I will eat my words. Okay? And Katie, another thing is, you sit on your high horse there, on your recliner, and you say, if you really cared about Gabby Petito, donate to the foundation. How many times did you make mention of the Gabby Petito Foundation? Not one time since it was created. did you even put that link under your videos in the description box? The only time you did put it was when you have been called out to donate. The day you donated. That's the only time you put that link of the Gabby Petito Foundation in your videos. Number 2, you say you care about Gabby. She's like, you even inserted yourself. You could have been Gabby. Not once, not one time, Katie, did you ever mention it was Gabby's wish and dream to reach 1 million on her YouTube. Not one time, and still has not done it. You pathetic.
Have seen a lot of really just petty, disturbing behavior of people demanding people donate to this organization. First and foremost, no one should be forced to donate to anyone.
Katie Joy. Nobody is forcing you to donate. People just know your cards. People know how you love to use other people's trauma for your benefit, for your monetary gain. So I can only speak for myself, right? So that's what pissed me off, to say, well, wow, look how much you've talked about this person. And to date, when I put that up on October 10th, you still had donated shit. 0, nothing to this foundation. You flexed about how nothing for you to just throw away $2,500 or $2,100 to go spend with John Bon Jovi. Okay. Then you also flexed about how you had your hair done, your eyebrows done, you bought all this Olaplex, you bought Natasha Denona. Still no contribution to the Gabby Petito Foundation. Then you were flexing on the new computer you bought, which at this point, you guys, you know, if you are a humble person, you wouldn't be doing this. What you buy for yourself, what has it got to do with anybody else, you know? Let me just leave it there.
If you feel compelled to donate to someone, you should donate. If you don't, then don't donate. But demanding anyone donates any revenue that they make on the work that they do is just, we don't control other people's lives and other people's choices. And then trying to create a drama out of this, like I was somehow not going to donate, is just ludicrous. I've said repeatedly I was going to donate.
But it's weird. It's so weird. When she was actually asked in one of her lives if she was going to donate, she totally ignored this person. And her husband, Todd, that needs to get his balls back, says what? No, on to the people. But clearly you were ignoring them, which people feel that, okay, let us know if you are going to donate, you know, because maybe they feel that's the only way they can contribute is by maybe giving her a super chat or watching her videos. So the more money she accumulates, the more she can donate to the Gabby Petito Foundation. But unfortunately, she ignored them.
And my husband and I just don't make a habit out of sharing our donations publicly, because in the past, it's never worked in our favor. Because if we say that we've donated, then we're accused of bragging and that we're not being humble and that we're not truly being altruistic in our donations. And then if we don't say it, then we're accused of not donating. So we really can't win. And then when we do donate, then we're told that we're just doing it because public pressure.
Just my 2 cents, but it actually does look like you gave into public pressure.
So the people that are demanding that I donate don't care, because no matter what I do, I can't win. But then they're also trying to create some sort of beef with me and Kendall Ray, which is ridiculous.
Where's the beef being created, Katie? Where?
It's like, first and foremost, I like Kendall Ray. I've watched her content and I enjoy watching her content. She has a huge platform, so it's not even like comparable. She has 3 million subscribers. I'm not in the same league as Kendall Ray. I'm not trying to even take Kendall Ray's audience.
Who said anything about all that, Katie? It just gives me an insight to your mentality.
Like, I don't do the same things that Kendall Ray does. She is amazing at what she does. And she also has a huge platform to do amazing things and makes amazing content.
You yourself have a huge platform compared to me. Now I can say you have a huge platform, but you could also be doing amazing things, but obviously you don't, because from my observation, okay, you have done nothing but profited off the duggars. Not one time have you helped any of these duggars, okay, or anybody in this cult. You've used and exploited any of these people's stories, okay? I have not noticed you even putting any resources in your videos. Only maybe when somebody has called you out about it have you done that. But once again, Katie, it is and it's always going to be, in my opinion, it's all about the money. To hell what anybody says, if it's true, if it's not true, but you're going to keep doing what you're doing. And you guys, I'm going to show you something at the end of this video which is so fucked up and wrong that she actually truly needs to be called out about this.
They just want to start
I'm not going to try to get into a beef with Kendall. I have nothing to do with Kendall. Like, Kendall is doing an amazing job. And you know what? If Kendall decides to donate to every single cause that she covers, that's wonderful for Kendall, okay? Every person has an opportunity and a decision to do what they want to do. I support anyone making the right choice for them. I have zero issues with Kendall. If Kendall makes comments based on information that's sent to her based on trolls, I'm not going to hold it over Kendall's head. I'm not going to care.
Okay. So Kendall Ray responded to information sent to her by trolls. Okay. So Kendall Ray responded by saying what's really gross, which tells me that Kendall Ray is disgusted by the type of work that you're doing. And let's not forget, and I'm not speaking on behalf of Kendall Ray, I'm speaking from a viewer of Kendall Ray's, okay? She does her videos with such integrity, dignity, ethics, compassion, not anything else but to get the story out. Doesn't involve herself, does not put herself in the story. Okay, so now it's all about the trolls. So Kendall doesn't have a mind of her own, so Kendall's listening to trolls. Okay, got you, okay. So by Truth Sleuth putting out this video about how shocking this is, because there's this huge YouTuber, actually for once somebody is coming and talking about how disgusting you are, or acknowledging how disgusted they are by what you're doing. In my books, that's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. I don't know about the rest of you.
And it completely takes away from the tragedy that's happening right now.
You know what takes away from this tragedy, Katie? Your false reporting, your misinformation, your speculation, your judgment of Gabby, and most importantly, you inserting yourself in this tragedy. That's what, in my opinion, takes away from this tragedy for me.
So for those of you that are spending your time in the weeds on that, I just encourage you, instead of yelling at creators and telling them what to do, why don't you donate? Please donate, and then post your receipts. I'm challenging you that have criticized anyone for not donating to donate. Please donate. Show us your receipts. Show us that you care.
So why didn't you do that from the beginning, Katie Joy? Why did it have to take for people to call you out, for Kendall Ray to acknowledge a tweet and reply by really gross, for you to donate, for you to be put under public pressure for you to donate? Just goes to show. Because if I was in your position, okay, and it was truly the fact that, oh, I'm waiting for whatever I make from these videos, I would have come out and say, look, you guys, I haven't been paid yet from these videos, and actually, once I get paid, I will be donating. Easy as that. But all this just proves how fucked up you are, and that you do these things for the money.
I think maybe you could donate to the Gabby Petito Foundation. There's also the National Hotline, which is another organization we plan to donate money to. So we have allocated money for both organizations. But I also think there's a responsibility as well when you have a platform to set an example. So if you have a platform and you donate, that can be an example for others to donate. And that's not doing something selfishly. That's also encouraging people. So I think it's kind of different when you have a platform. Like, in a way, you don't want to say, I did this, but also by doing that, you can also spawn other people to donate. So you guys know, like, I wouldn't be able to donate my money to any of these causes without you guys, because you're the ones that watch our videos. You're the ones that are members on our channel. You're the ones that give super chats. You're the ones that are watching, you know, looking at our content on Instagram. And I don't get paid on my Instagram posts. Like, I don't get paid on my Facebook posts either. Like, those aren't monetized. I have some monetization on Instagram, but like, if I do a static post, that's not making me money. So I'm just sharing something.
Okay, Katie, so you get paid from Instagram, you don't get paid from Facebook, but you don't get paid for the stories that you tell on Instagram. So are you trying to say that for the badges that people buy on your Instagram, that's for you gracing them with your presence? Just trying to make sure everything's okay. Because are you trying to say that what you make of your Instagram is not going to be donated? Who the fuck cares? Who cares? Because only guilt will make you talk about shit like this. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, in my opinion, too little too late. Just in my opinion. Because this should have be done from the get-go. Just my opinion. Now let's think back a little bit, okay? When all this broke about Josh Duggar, remember? And then it was all about how she was one story after the other, video after the next video. I mean, she was making bank. You know what? Good for you. Good for you. When did she decide to donate to Rain? After Emily D. Baker did a fundraiser for over $8,000. I think she ended up raising $10,000. Then what did this fool end up doing? Because she wants to play like, oh, I can do better. No, it doesn't work like that, sweetheart. Because if I remember correctly, she put a fundraiser on her Instagram for Rain. Do you know, for at least a month, I actually just deleted that screenshot not so long ago. She stayed at $185 when the goal was $5,000. She donated. She started the fundraiser off at $100, and then somebody else donated, or other people donated the $85. Total flop. But Rain got at least something. Okay. So when her ass got called out again now, she decided to put a fundraiser up on her Instagram. She has on, as you can see, a fundraiser for the hotline, the DV hotline. She's got $1,025 raised of $10,000. Now this is a woman that's trying to show that she has influence. No, sweetie pie, you have shit. Okay? Because $1,000 she put, and somebody else just came along and put $25. Okay? Or maybe it could have been other amounts of people. So this just goes to show on how she's unoriginal. Okay? But this is the kicker. She uses Anna's story and she says, "Dear Anna, you are being abused by Josh Duggar. He is a pedophile. He's cheated on you. He controls your work, friends, clothing, body, finances, and sex life. Resources are out there for you and the kids to get out. Please reach out. Domestic Violence Awareness Month. $1,025 raised of $10,000. Donations from Without a Crystal Ball and one other person. She says, we are raising money for the domestic violence hotline in honor of the woman abused within the institution to basic life principles and sex of the independent fundamentalist Baptist church. Anna Duggar is in a cult that believes that a woman's body belongs to her husband. Anna is not allowed to say no to sex, ever. Rape of women in this cult is prevalent and the women do not know that they are victims. The cult teaches them that if a woman doesn't give in to her husband, that he will find sex elsewhere. The fear of God is placed on the woman about all aspects of marriage. I don't even go any further because first of all, why is she using Anna's story for this fundraiser? Why? You've made all this money off Gabby Petito's name, but you're going to use Anna Duggar's story. First of all, shame on you, Katie Joy, for trying to shame a person to get out of a situation. You said you've done so much research, but number one thing, she said she's been in a domestic violence relationship, okay? So she should know off the back, you cannot shame somebody for getting out of a domestic violence relationship. You cannot do that. Secondly, why isn't she making a way just to say, well, use your own story, Katie. It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Use your own fucking story. But you choose to use Anna's story. Anna, in my opinion, that knows no better will do no better, okay? Who the fuck are we to judge her, right? I'm not going to sit here and judge her. When she knows what she's doing is wrong, maybe I'll judge her, but not right now. Secondly, who the fuck is this woman to put Anna's kids in harm's way? She posts a picture of all, as you can see, Josh and Anna's kids. And she says, the Duggars took Josh and Anna's kids down to Texas for family camp. I was able to spot photos of Mackenzie, Michael, and Meredith. Hilary Spivey shared dozens of photos on Instagram. Jim Bob appeared in only one photo. Michelle Duggar is not in any of the photos shared by Hilary, nor in the group photo with Jim Bob. Did Michelle stay at home to be with Anna in case she gives birth? Bear in mind, okay? These kids did not choose their parents. They did not choose to be in the situation. These kids need to be protected. Fuck you, Katie Joy. These kids did no wrong. They don't deserve this. Their locations or where they are or what they're doing does not need to be broadcasted. Katie Joy, where the fuck is your mind? You would hate something like this to happen to your child, right? So why do it to their children, Katie? Why? Because of the hate that the people have on your channel for the Duggars? Go on, hate the adults. Go off them, have at them. But these kids have no fucking choice, okay? Not so long ago, she did the same thing again. And this was 2 days ago. Josh and Anna's son Marcus are still in Texas with Priscilla and David Waller. He is at a family camp with the Wallers this week. Josh and Anna were not there, obviously. None of Josh's other kids were at the event from what I can see. Marcus is separated from his family. Wow. I just read you the post where she discussed how Jim Bob took all the kids down to Texas for this camp. Who the fuck are you, Katie, to be putting these kids in harm's way? Your supporters, you have showed how they have driven past the Duggars' home and taken pictures. Who's to say that you won't get some weirdo that'll go and hunt these kids down, Katie Joy. This needs to stop. You need to focus, and you guys, you know I love the saying, sweep your own doorstep before you sweep others. Worry about what's going on with your own kid. Let me play this for you.
It's so funny. He's really into like categorizing things like mommies, daddies, girls, boys kind of thing. Like he likes to qualify things. He's 9 years old. He's almost 9. He has autism. That's kind of how he thinks. And so he was like, Mommy, the pumpkins are over here. I want to show you them. And I was like, okay, so check this out. He's like, these are the pumpkins and that's the family. And I was like, well, who's that? And he goes, well, that's Daddy and the kids. And I was like, why, where's the mommy? And he goes, Mommy's over here and she's going through something. She's just going through something. Mommy's over here going through something.
You get something stuck in her eye.
She's got something stuck in her eye. Mommy's over here just going through something.
Now, I'm going to be a bit judgmental. People think I'm being a bit judgmental, but you know, when it comes to kids pay attention, okay? How is that funny? She even said her son likes to categorize things. So it tells you a lot, in my opinion. This kid is watching his mother go through something. He's watching his mother spiral. Okay? He's watching his mother go through whatever she's going through. He separated the mother from the father and the kids. Katie Joy, maybe you should sit down. This has nothing, in my opinion. This is just me looking from the outside in, okay? He seems to be going through it. He seems to be harboring some feelings. Because clearly, when a kid does some things like that, it's what they're seeing, Katie Joy. They don't make all this, and he's 9 years old. And it's, in my opinion, you know, it's got nothing to do with autism. It's what's got to do with going on in the home. So instead of taking this as a joke, Katie Joy, maybe you should sit down with your son and find out how he's feeling, what he's going through. You sit on your fucking phone, computer, whatever else it is, and worrying about what other people's kids are doing, exploiting other people's kids. Shut it down. Take care of your own first. And you guys, the reason I played that is because she spiraled. She went on her Instagram live on Saturday and she went off the rails. She broke. And I'm going to make a separate video about that, so stay tuned. I'm actually going to have it out a few hours after this one. So you guys can let me know what you think about all this. She got called out. She fell for the public pressure. She felt so shit being acknowledged by Kendall Ray that she decided to, you know what, let me just put something there and get these people to shut up. I'm not shutting up, Katie, and I'm not going anywhere. Until you can do things with dignity, with ethics, and with respect, I'll shut it down. But until then, you do not exploit other people's children. You do not put other people's children in harm's way. And why is it okay for you to do it to other people's kids when you don't like it done to your own kid? Make that make sense. So you guys, please don't forget to go and subscribe to Mel and to Gabby's channel. I appreciate you guys in advance for doing that. Please have a wonderful and safe week. Don't forget to wear your mask. Please be safe out there, and don't forget, please be kind to one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.